Guys, I didn't create the behind the scenes thing, so I just got to get a lot of footage right now.
Okay.
So yeah, just look over at him and then talk.
What the fuck? Fuck a dog.
Nick, let's get your quick thoughts on the last show.
Oh, this is gonna be awesome.
Robert, let's get some quick thoughts on the last show.
It's gonna be great.
You're gonna dub over all of this, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna dub over all this. Don't worry.
So what do you need me to do?
Just anything. Just look very candid and like you're in a very regular conversation.
Just make sure you're not gonna put words in this moment right here.
Okay. Quick, make up a whole month's worth of behind-the-scenes material right now. Quick thoughts on the last show. Okay, thank you, Lauren. Denise, quick thoughts on the last show. I really need everyone's help, please.
If I had a thought, I'd share it with you.
All right, Lauren Walker, please, thoughts on the last show here.
Well, man, this is gonna be a hot ass show, yo. We got everybody in the cast here.
Oh man, I wish I had time to put this on Facebook before. All right, quick thoughts on the last show.
I don't appreciate this behavior, Brian.
Oh, great. Okay.
You should have been more prepared.
Quick thoughts on the last show. Shut up.
You should have done this earlier. You should have been more
Okay,
prepared.
but I didn't, guys. So let's all kind of work as a team here to make it happen.
No.
Jordan, quick thoughts on the last show.
Brian, I'm trying to get into character
Okay,
right
I'm sorry,
now.
Tiffany. Quick.
We have
thoughts.
1 minute to place it.
Seriously? All right, Meredith,
You're
please.
in the way of everyone right
This
now.
is ridiculous.
Brian,
You all You said that you would do this for me.
Trying to do a show.
What you're doing is ridiculous.
You are ruining this experience!
Well, we're gonna go behind the scenes of Firebringer. I'm your host, Jordy Riker.
Wow. Good one, dude.
What's the matter? You guys don't like Star Trek?
At its best, this is us sitting around a fire, and, you know, the lights are low, and we're just like, oh, do you remember the days of Firebringer? But it's gonna feel a little more awkward than that, and probably... What do you remember about Firebringer this summer?
Absolutely nothing.
Nothing?
Summer was a blur.
Hey guys, seriously, I was joking before, but I really need to get some backstage stuff.
We're about to go on. You're about to go on.
Oh, fuck. All right, here. I'll just set this down.
Exactly 10 weeks from today, we'll move into the theater. I
Whoa.
just looked at the calendar.
10 weeks.
10 weeks from today in the theater.
That's not very many weeks.
It's not. It feels like a lot, but it's not.
Yikes.
So,
we've been writing this script for a long time. This one is especially hard because it's about cave people, and cave people are hard to write about because they have no... You have to make up exactly how advanced is their society. Can they talk? Do they know what irony is? Do they know what comedy is? Do they have jokes? Do they not have jokes? Do they, like, what do they know exists? And, you know, you just gotta figure it out. Luckily, we're not sticking to any kind of scientific fact for this show, or else it would be, I'd say, impossible to write.
You know, it's not yet been scientifically proven how big the turtle we live on top of actually is.
Now, what was it like creating the music for the show?
Well, we never got to create together except for one song.
Yeah.
We only created the finale together. Did you guys know
But
that?
any of this music together?
What?
No.
No, just the finale. But that's like normally, like with Jim and the Popolos,
Yeah.
that's a lot of times how it works, where Meredith writes the song and then we do stuff after.
Mark is able to do so much with a song, and I can only do so little. So I will write a song and make the chords and the like vocal harmonies and stuff. But you know, I need Mark to like help with other things like making a bass line. Yeah.
But we also like talked a lot ahead of time, like before we started writing, talked about like what music we wanted it to sound like, and
we have a lot of the same
bands.
musical tastes when it comes to writing music, for sure. So that was easy. They all kind of like went together well.
We sent each other demos.
Yeah.
We like I used some of the stuff that Meredith wrote in my songs.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. When it came time to do this show, we got Meredith Stepien in a room, and we sat down with Meredith, Matt, and I, and we said, here are the current ideas that we could possibly make a show about. One was this caveman show, and one was a show about fairies that we've been talking about for a while. we were talking about this cave person idea, and Meredith was like, okay, well, that sounds like it's okay. And then we talked with her and kind of developed this completely new version. We originally intended the show to have around 8 people in it. When we did auditions for the show, the script wasn't done. So when we auditioned everybody, we liked everybody, and we wanted everybody to get into the show. So we were trying to come up with new characters. And Matt was like, there's a character named Schwoopsie. She says Schwoopsie, and there's a character named Chorn, and it says Chorn.
Yeah, it's a bad habit that also is a good habit, I guess, where we're just like this little, we like to pull everyone in and keep them there. We tend to always find ways to fit people in, but I like that. Yeah. As much as it is costly and annoying in some ways, it's also, I think if we were going to have a thing that's kind of a good thing to have, that you want to include more people than you should.
Hey everyone, Brian Holden here with an update on our Firebringer Kickstarter for the YouTube channel. The good news is we're funded.
Well. If it isn't my favorite turds in the world.
Dear friend, thank you so much for your generous support on Kickstarter. If the characters in Firebringer had a community as great as ours behind them, they would not be forced to eat their own babies. Instead, they could afford to eat other people's babies. We'll never stop being thankful for that. We signed and rubbed this postcard all over our bodies just for you. Yeah. Yours, Team Starkid.
And how about that bright orange stuff at the end of that stick? We call that fire. Now I know what you're thinking. Fire. So what? We got that. Well, guess what, you privileged fucks? There was a time in history when no one had seen the fucking thing before.
With my life, it fucked everything up.
A story I've heard 1,000 times. Tell me, what is your name?
Sazalel.
Zazzalo? Oh, fuck. No.
A little hut the other day, and I had 2 logs and a stick go between them, and I take one of the logs and I stand up straight, just like this. And yeah, that looks pretty good. And then I go over and stand up this log, and that's beautiful. And then I turn back, and then, where's that log? It's on the ground, and I'm like, whoopsie. Yes!
Yeah!
What is that?
My penis.
And it's going up to...
The moon.
We got a lot to do to make it work. We got a lot to do to work it out.
Yeah. So let's get reactions to the read-through.
I'm very excited. I'm very excited to sing these songs.
Yes.
I'm excited to have some fun. We gotta get gaunt because June showed us some costume stuff, and I pretty much don't wear anything.
I think there's too much poopy humor.
No. If anything, we might need to work a little more in.
Yeah.
Do we have contracts? Will we have contracts?
Yeah, I'll make some for you.
I do.
Okay.
I could fire you at any second though, up until that point.
And we couldn't sue you.
Yeah. Can you actually prove that we asked you to come here and do this?
I don't know, did you ask me to come here and do this? Get it on film.
No, I didn't. Hey, so what's your reaction to the read-through? Jamie, you're in this too.
Oh, hey.
I was great.
Jamie?
I think I was pretty great.
You gotta grow a beard after this to be a caveman.
Yeah.
Brian, I have a question.
Sure.
Was this part inspired at all by Vin Diesel?
Yeah, oh yeah. Originally the character couldn't really speak, but then when I started messing around with it, I made him more into Vin Diesel from Fast 7. When we started, after we cast the show, and we started kind of reconceptualizing how all the characters were going to work together. We started really everything Smelly Balls said had to do with family, which is it's like if you watch the end of the 7th Fast and the Furious movie, everything Vin Diesel says, no, we ain't friends, we're family.
It is so silly.
Yeah.
All right.
I was gonna start tomorrow, but we might end up just doing the finale and not playing tomorrow.
Okay. Ooh. Yeah, I wanna be there for the finale.
Okay, then come at 6.
Cool.
Hey, music artist.
I'm gonna.
Can I get your reaction to the read-through?
It was fun.
Yeah.
Do I have stuff in my teeth? I'm worried.
Oh yeah, do I?
Do we have stuff in our teeth?
No, they look good.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe elaborate on that on your teeth a little bit.
It was really good.
It's fun to see like people like Joey come in and come up with like fun, silly new jokes that like just out of the script that there is now.
I guess for you guys it'll be really cool once they start performing your music, huh?
Yeah, I'm excited for the band to have like a full band. It was also interesting to listen to the songs in front of other people.
Yeah.
Because then I always get super nervous.
How did that make you feel?
Super nervous, and it makes me realize the parts of the songs that I really hate, and I'm like aware that they're bad. Yeah, so.
Well, I think they sound great, you guys.
Thanks, Brent.
The idea is obviously the tribe hasn't started hunting yet, so what are they wearing instead? Luckily, this is a Starkid show, and so I could push the limits of that in terms of accuracy. And so the idea is that they're wearing more like found objects, like little teeth, maybe small animals, leaves.
Yeah, the costumes for Firebringer were really fun. They were a lot more work than I anticipated. I go, oh, I'm gonna make like only one character costume per person. And I was like, that's great, because shows like Batman had like 75 costumes. And I was like, this is gonna be easy, and it's gonna be great. But it was a lot of work.
We gave June a hard job because we said they can't have clothes. They can have fur on them, but if they have fur on them, it has to look like they found it. So like Ducker has like tails on it. Because we said
She's got a whole squirrel.
A squirrel.
So I realized real fast that real bones look like way too real and scary, so I'm gonna make all of this stuff. So these are some of the ones that I made: teeth, bones.
So the bone pieces are made out of clay. They're all made out of clay. So it's essentially just like making big beads and things like that. I just knew that I wanted it to look pretty cartoony, and you can't really find those things. You have to make them.
Here's Jamila.
Whoa.
In Act 2, she has a headdress because she is the leader of a new tribe, and we wanted to mix it up a little bit. Basil.
The one that I loved and hated the most was Lauren's costume, actually.
Oh, really?
Because it looks so simple. Because multiple people were like, why is this so hard? It's a cute little dress. And I go, fuck you. This dress is hard because I like made it so it had like a lining, and I wanted it to be, there's something about, it's a stretchy material, but so it had to, but I put like pieces of stabilizer inside of it to keep the edges strong. And then there was the whole matter of we made the fur trim piece because there was only one costume. There was no way we had the budget or time to make duplicates, so they all had to be washable too. So all the pieces that are the details on the costumes are all removable, so you can wash the bases. But for some reason, and I love Lauren's costume, but it was a pain in the ass.
What do you guys think was the hardest part about bringing Firebringer to life?
The dancing was the hardest
The
part.
dancing?
Yeah. But it was so rewarding.
Here's a question. Did we ever get the dancing right?
Yeah, did we, Denise?
Hi, I'm Denise Donovan. I'm the choreographer of Firebringer. I'm doing this to annoy you. Being a choreographer in a world full of completely inept people. I'm just kidding. No, I thought that actually you guys did a really good job towards the end. There. That sounds rude.
Like that flame, get that. Like that flame, get that. Like that flame, get that. Like that flame, get that power. That power. That power. That power.
Robbie, how's rehearsal going so far?
Great.
All right.
It sounds good.
How's the first music rehearsal going?
Great. Clark and Pierce are killing it.
You matched the pitch.
And the end of that word kind of goes,
There's a lot of people not here.
Yeah. What a surprise.
We got a lot to do to make it work. We got a lot to do to work it out. We got a lot to do to make it work. We got a lot to do to work it out. We got a lot to do to make it work. We got a lot to do to work it out.
We got a lot to do to make it work. We got a lot to do to work it out. We got a lot to do to make it work. We got a lot to do to work it out.
Oh. Say something poignant.
I'm gonna turn the AC off.
With my tribe.
You're not cold right now?
I think the climb is gonna be feeling cool vibes again. Oh, the love in the air is palpable. It almost makes our problems laughable.
Oh, we finally have a higher purpose to fix ourselves so we deserve it. Some of us have never seen this shit before.
good. Sounds really good.
I wish our friend Tiffany was here.
I know, I wish Tiffany was here too.
Lauren and Jamie, will you guys say, let's be 100% like candid here. Will you guys tell us an experience that you had during rehearsal or the show where you were like, this is weird, or like this upsets me, or it makes me like, but not like in a way that we can all laugh about it now. If it's like too serious, I prefer you like not embarrass us.
The tickies, I was like, y'all are a close-knit group.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, the tickies. Yeah, we all
I made you ticky us on first day.
Yeah, and I was like, all right.
So do you like tickies? And I think I tickied like, do you tickied your leg or something?
Mm-hmm.
That was a little much.
I guess mine was like,
this is comforting, but I'm just not used to it.
Mine, I was like surprised how much we got done in a short amount of time. Because when we first did, I was a little scared that we only had a month to prepare.
Yeah.
So, but like going into that, I was like a nervous wreck. But it was cool to see it all come together so quickly.
I'm always surprised how much gets done in like the last week.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
It's like coming into the theater, like for Tech Week. It's like we have to do this show in a week. That's insane. It's not going to happen. And then by the time you do the first show, it's like great.
Yeah, the hardest part about getting this show up was all of it. I slept very little that week.
You guys got some goddamn
Because I had to fire the technical director. I've never done that before.
Was it the moral weight of firing someone that kept you awake at night?
Oh, I hate you,
initially frustrating. Like I had a hard time figuring out how to visualize the show without like a bunch of paper mache rocks.
Yeah. So what did you end up doing?
Real rocks.
Yeah, real rocks. But yeah, so like having the panels with like clean vertical lines, not trying to make it look literal.
Yeah.
And just to create sort of a panoramic surround. So, but then I felt great after I figured that out. And then it's been a living nightmare since Monday.
Right.
Yeah.
Because your technical director pieced out.
He
didn't show up.
He did a bad job and I fired him.
Yeah.
I lit him on fire.
Yeah, that's the
He ran from the building screaming.
So you were working.
Yeah. Mostly. There's some pictures of me napping throughout the theater.
Right.
We'll cut to those now.
You gotta cut to those. I'll send you one.
All right, Lauren, tell me when to cut to them.
Okay. Now.
I wish. It looks like a corpse that's been shoved into the corner.
It looks like something magic to up against your
We gotta get rid of this body quick.
Yeah. Joey, when do you feel like you really understood Grunt?
The costume was a big one because being kind of naked made you feel a little more pathetic. And I went, okay, I get this. I get this a lot. So taking off all your clothes and wearing some leaves helped. Also just over the summer, growing my facial hair out was like nice and disgusting and fun.
That's your face.
This is what I got working with this summer. It's nice. Gives me a nice defined chin. I got this like Count of Monte Cristo thing going on. And then without my beard, that's how tiny my face is.
Schwupsies, same question for you. When did you really lock Schwupsie down?
I mean, I think there's a darkness in Schwupsie. Schwupsie is a sad, depressed, failed comedian. Schwupsie is so much more than an accident. Like, Schwupsie's like when you really, if Schwupps, think about it this way, if Schwupsie's really going around and like things are Schwupsing around her all the time, like there's that sense of constant failure and a reminder that like the world just is against you. And I think the trying out jokes, like there's no more vulnerable thing on this planet than like trying your material out. You're exposing your most
There's definitely
Yes, there is. So
Yes, there fucking
when you say that
is.
Schwupsie is life.
Yeah, the section like.
You remove all their ghosts.
Is the back? So. Oh, there it goes.
So that means that the chanters, we got work to do.
Am I on? Oh shit. Well, here we are. Backstage at Firebringer, you can hear some of the music. We got some props. I don't think anyone's got their stations yet, but we got some props.
So this is what fire looks like.
This is
Wow.
exactly what fire looks like. Don't touch it. Don't worry, that's not an open flame.
Oh.
But it is fire.
It looks like.
Probably the greatest addition to this entire space. He's right up this way, so why don't you follow me?
All right, let's follow you up.
You might think, what makes a dressing room even better? And the answer is simple. Another dressing room. Probably the greatest thing about working at Stage 773 is unlimited skinny pop.
Holy cow.
Yeah, we have access to that.
And has the cast been enjoying it?
No, not yet.
Very cool.
And then here we have the band.
Oh wow. So.
Oh, hey. I've been having a blast working on the show, and I get to play with puppets again, which has been really exciting. I've missed those fun things, and these puppets are so cool for the show. So
They're definitely the best puppets we've ever had.
But yeah, June has been kicking ass with these costumes because they just look so cool and real. And my costume is essentially what I'm wearing right now, minus my sweatshirt, minus my shirt, minus my shorts, and that's it. Hi, Brian.
Hey, what's up?
What are you doing?
Well, I was conducting a backstage interview with you, and now you're conducting one with me.
That's the way it is.
Because neither of us are on stage.
No, because we got you should be getting in a paw. Is that correct?
Yeah. Do I get in it? We're only like 4 days away from the show, and the paws aren't here yet. It's giving me.
Dare you say? Oh, thank God! I'm really glad you came through with that.
You're saying that, but I forgot about it.
He said, I decided not to make the paws. And I said, could you make them?
Oh, they're not
Those are so big.
Okay. All right.
Very cool.
We got big paws.
Holy shit.
So you're gonna have to bring him out sideways, probably on this downstage one.
Are you excited to start performing the show?
I can't wait. I mean, performing the show, doing the music and the dancing is all the best part. And honestly, just being back in the theater, I was like, oh, this is why we wanted to do this again so bad.
Totally.
Because before that, I was doubting it. I was like, why did we decide to do another like huge production?
Yeah.
This production is without a doubt our largest production.
Oh yeah. When we were just doing the Snarl number.
Yeah.
And there was the shadow things. Those, it's like I go, whoa, this is something crazy that
we've never done before.
Yeah. So that's fun.
So something to think about.
Hi,
Wow.
girl. I'm smelling your butt. How long did it take you to make these?
Oh, it took a couple days, and we got to play with some different ideas and watch what you guys were singing and doing. And when you're behind a wall, you can it's like you can use the wall as support to keep it steady. Okay. You know, you kind of just push up right against it. So that kind of like. Unless you decide to like zoom in and out, but for a second, like you can come here, and you kind of just hold it, so that way you have a little bit. It's a little bit less pressure on your arms, yeah.
Sure.
And then you can still move it back, and then you can kind of like. And it's okay to like have this totally out here, right? It doesn't actually.
I was supposed to be singing during something. Like I didn't realize until halfway through the run that I was supposed to be.
You're supposed to be not singing.
Yeah. I think it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Supposed to. Yeah. That happens. Yeah, that happens. Yeah.
Dan, you're not a part of this.
What are you guys doing?
No.
Hey.
Got a shitty diaper.
Hey, you can't be here. You didn't come to any rehearsals.
Yeah.
You didn't send a schedule.
I did. Actually, that was
a
weird.
schedule.
That was weird when Brian had to fire Dan on opening night.
Well, I was ready to do it. And you're standing right in the middle of the shot. Get out of the shot.
What am I supposed to? Oh, now I'm standing in the shot.
You're flinging poop on everything. Get out of here.
Shitty diaper.
It said, how did it feel when you found out that Daniel Strauss wouldn't be in the show? Great. That guy was such a nuisance.
Yeah.
He didn't make a single rehearsal.
That kind of hurt my feelings a little, just because I felt like we were really close during the Second City shows. So.
Yeah, totally.
Can you hold this for a second?
No.
Please, for just 1 second, Lauren. Can you hold
He
this?
has a child.
This is why I have to. Do you want to? Here, look, I'm asking you to do one thing. Look, can I just say something as a member of the cast? That the cast supports me, and the writers support me. And thank you so much for everything that I've done. They support me immensely. And the issue was the schedule that I never got the schedule.
Yes,
I was ready to do the show. Right now, can you not look at it? Can you just hold it for a second?
We wrote an entire song in his
In his favorite key.
In his favorite
key that he requested.
Yeah.
Uh,
C sharp.
Yeah.
It's a hard key too. It's like, why not just go C?
Right. No, he always takes it.
Just a little bit up.
Yeah.
Man, he can hit that C
Oh
sharp.
my gosh, when he hits that C sharp.
His contract was insane.
Look
I've
out.
never seen more requests on a writer before with anyone.
When
And
Dan-
we've worked with Darren Chris.
When Dan
I was ready to do the show, and they didn't come through with the schedules. I was ready, and as a consequence, I was recast, and I would have loved to play Jamily in the show, but I wasn't able to do it because it was recast. What do you don't smell it for? What are you gonna smell it for? I need it for later. So I hope this makes the cut. You can't cut this, right? So I can't everybody say cut. No, we're still rolling. So I hope this makes the cut. I hope everybody understands. No, it was outside. It was outside. It's fine. So I want to say to all the fireman fans out there, thank you for your support. If you supported me and you understood that I didn't do anything wrong with it, I would have happily shown up. June, heads up. That I would have been absolutely thrilled to be a member of the Firestar cast. Okay? So thank you. Thanks for taking the time.
Get the fuck out of here.
I'll take that. Thank you so much. I'm done. I usually hang for 1 second. I'm so sorry. That time I dropped it. That time I really dropped it. I was so sorry about that.
Hey, you are ruining this behind the scenes thing.
Well, some people would argue that I improved it drastically.
Face to use as a harmonies are tight, we're singing all night.
We're about to begin the first run through with all the tech elements. We're gonna try not to stop. See you in 6 hours.
Don't throw fucking shade at me. Oh, God! It's fire!
That is so cool. It's crazy that The Rock is like the main
Yeah. There will never be another Arnold.
There won't, but like those people, these are like big fucking jack guys who are in like action movies.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like the
What
Strokes.
part? Jingle bells. Oh no.
Guys, this is a Christmas song.
This is our Christmas song. The snow falls down.
Santa Claus is coming down the It's got a list that says if you've been naughty. Can it fit the presents in its sleigh?
Holy fuck. Turn your mics off. You don't sing this song.
Let's just say hypothetically somebody were to eat a bunch of those. How many do you think it takes to kill them? Probably more than 10, right? Curie, does this hurt?
Welcome to the Stone Age. Welcome to the Stone Age. We are in a new age. Welcome to the Stone Age.
Play sits for climate change. You're very strong.
Meredith is getting a video of me. She asked for it, special.
Meredith, get a video of this.
Oh boy, play sits.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Now I'm strong.
Artist. I don't like sports. I'm an artist. I don't do sports. I don't hit balls with my hands. I don't hit balls with my feet. I don't hit anything with my body. I always walk in character. I'm an artist. A character special dance time artist. Peace.
Pretty good.
Yeah, that's good. That's really good. Did you
I straightened every muscle in my arms.
One of the things that is a lot of fun during the show is that I get to change my makeup every night, and people ask me like what my inspiration is for the fire makeup, and my inspiration is our Lord Satan, the real man. Satan is a real man. Satan is a real.
So what's going on here, guys? We're trying to put some blush on Brian's sunburn to blend it. Let's really see that sunburn, Brian.
You see the difference?
Oh, she's doing a really good job blending it though. That's incredible.
I don't need this document. This better not go on the behind the scenes.
Well, you're in charge of that, so I guess.
Okay, well, listen to what I'm saying. Don't put it on the behind the scenes, and don't let me do it.
We did characters from Firebringer as menu items. So you had smelly, or what is it? Spaghetti and smelly balls.
Love that.
Tiblin. Tiblin. Beef tips, or what?
Beef tiblin.
Beef tiblins.
Wait, Kiri Royale.
Oh, Kiri Royale.
Kiri Royale.
Chorn on the cob.
Chorn on the cob. What else?
What was it?
Was it
like Jamila Waste?
Or wasn't it peanut butter and Jamila?
Yeah, peanut butter and Jamila.
Those are all very good, you guys.
What else?
I'll go now.
I had a little mistake today where I accidentally wore a real bra under my costume and the strap showed a little bit and I felt so mad because Satan is a real man. Satan is a real.
This is what Denise does before every show for me.
Okay, alright. I see. You're gonna have a great show. You're gonna have such a good show. I'm so proud of you for everything.
Today's Dee's birthday.
Well, actually, this is the 4th Starkid show, I think, where it's my birthday, because it's been summer. It's like 3rd or 4th. And Jamie did this thing, and it just tickled me so much, where every single time I'd help her change into Claire, and she'd go, "This is the first quick change of your 30s." And then the next day she'd go, "It's the second quick change of your 30s." And she did that until it was, I think, the 11th. Quick change of my 30s. And then with 4 shows left, Jamie went, "I think I can do this by myself."
Really?
She's tired of helping.
She said, "I don't need help."
Don't make
It's fine. It's fine.
I'm not supposed to
you got a cookie too?
I'm
I got 2 cookies.
PMSing. My period is satanic. Do you understand?
Satan is a real man.
I came here all the way from Australia, and I didn't realize there'd be so much Satan worshipping. To be perfectly honest,
A little worried.
I kind of feel a bit weird about it, but I'm kind of a bit scared to say anything about it. So
That's good. You should be scared because
Satan is a real man!
And honestly, every time we get out there on stage, I just throw one down to our Lord Satan.
What do you think is a moment that like defines the summer season as a whole?
Satan is a real man.
Satan is a real man. Okay. All right. That's what it boils down to. Yeah. All summer long, I basically for the last year, I've been obsessed with Satan.
You may be wondering why we're able to do the show so well. Well, that's because we sacrifice a goat every day up in our dressing room, and then we're able to hit. Fuck.
I, at the top of Act 2, after climate change, I would give a real note. It was never made up. I watched climate change every single night, and I would analyze everyone from the wing, and I would say things like, yes, and then I would come on and I would add this line. Sometimes the line wouldn't get laughs, so like any great actor, I would punctuate it with a wink. But I would usually deliver it with this. I'd go, yeah, just the arms could be a little bit cleaner. I'd like the head to be a little sharper.
That is exactly how you did it. That brought back so many memories.
Well, I just saw you singing and dancing with everybody just now, and I thought that, the rib isolation could be sharper and they could really lock that movement, but it's just a note I had. Anyway.
If you had to pick one late night that you would do, what would it be? I would choose the Hootenanny to hear those pig calls again.
Yeah.
Oh God!
Come on in, come on, Kip! Yeah, come on in, you pig! Come here, you pig!
Lauren Walker, what about you? What are some of your favorite moments or memories from the summer season?
That dance party was baller.
Oh yeah!
Was dope.
You had such a nice long run of great songs.
Oh yeah, I did take over that.
You became the ultimate DJ there.
My bad.
It was very special.
I know that you're gonna have it your way or nothing at all, but I think you're moving too fast.
There was one show that went by where someone wasn't losing it during Chorn.
Yeah. Oh, God.
I would always be like too proud of myself when I wouldn't laugh. Like that's how hard it was to not laugh. There were like 2 shows of all of them where I didn't laugh, and I'd come off stage and be like, I didn't laugh. It's like
Lauren's like one of the few people that when I look at her eye break, seeing her start to laugh, like she has such a contagious laugh. So every time I would see her start laughing, I would start laughing as Chorn. It was just so hard to keep a straight face.
There was rarely a show that went by when I didn't laugh when Jamie Burns said, "Now we'll bestow a gift," because that was just a really funny line.
Yeah.
And she said it. She
So
became
funny.
so southern at times.
When you would do Chorn, but not as you being Chorn.
Drew Barrymore.
You did Drew Barrymore. Drew Barrymore as Chorn. It was
Do it.
so funny.
You have to do it.
I'm sorry I brought it up. Yes, I am Chorn. I came from the sky.
More.
That's so
Do I test this all has been?
Video. A test this all has been.
Chorn is like ancient alien theory.
We'd like rehearse the song, but when we actually blocked it, Nick was like, and we're gonna be convulsing because we're having like knowledge poured into our brains. And I was like, yes, it's happening.
Because at the end of Chorn, everyone like goes and we fall down and we laugh. And to us in rehearsal, that was the absolute most hilarious thing that there was.
Yeah.
When we like did it, I was like, I really felt like we were back. I was like, we're back. All right, Starkid's back.
But we didn't really sort of finish out the idea like at all. Like we added in the scene like after a week and a half of running the show, which better explained what just happened.
We were like, oh, of course people would get that. We were worried people were going to see it coming too much. So we were like, we got to not set this up at all. Because we were like, it's so obvious.
The audiences did not know what was happening, but our audiences are very kind to us. So they were like, it was so random, but good job, you guys. And we're like, oh, you guys want us to like take a picture or sign anything? They're like, no, that's okay. We got to get going. But we finally added in that scene at the end. I think it made Chorn make a lot more sense. What was it like before that, looking out into the audience in your alien costume?
I honestly felt very vulnerable.
Yeah.
I'm very vulnerable because I'm coming out in like a onesie with jewels all over me. And it's just weird because then everyone has to look at me. And sometimes it would be a great reaction. Other times it'd be like, what the fuck is going on?
I hadn't known that much about Chorn for a while. And I think I lost my shit at the designer run as well. I was crying because that was the first time I saw it. There's something about it so beautiful and yet so fucking weird at the same time. It's really great. I had drawn something originally that was more like elven space goddess, but he was like, I think it's got to be like Gozer the Gozerian from Ghostbusters. And That makes so much sense to me.
Lauren, your parents came to a show and your mic didn't work for...
The first act.
Yeah.
They said they like noticed something was a little off, and then my dad said that the songs were too high for my voice.
So you asked about a microphone issue and they gave you a personal performance critique.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, which I appreciated.
But luckily, like, the band was so in sync with what was happening that, like, as soon as that started to happen, the band could tell, and everyone quieted down.
That was
and it was like a nice,
beautiful moment.
Yeah, it was a nice moment of like,
It was beautiful.
Everyone was really soft. Everyone was going.
Yeah.
It was
so nice
and quiet.
It was also really funny just because it was so quiet, but it was really it warmed my heart. It was like, this is really nice. Everyone's got each other's back. It was really sweet.
Hey Adam. Just one quick thing. Yesterday, in Act 2, the band was super loud. Oh, sorry.
Last show.
Yeah, I'm assuming I grew up in the house.
Hello. Today is the day of the last show. I think it'll be pretty good. You know, it's a matinee, so really last night was the last show. But, you know, we'll limp through this one.
I can't believe this is our last soundtrack. I'm gonna really miss these. Satan is a real man! Sounds good.
Julia, how does it feel to know it's the last show?
I feel like I've had a cry brewing for about a month that might just come full force today. You can try. I bet when it starts, it just won't stop. So I think you'll have plenty of opportunities.
All right, good.
Okay.
Jamie, what do you think throughout the production, either in rehearsals or the performance, were the top 5 schwupps? The top 5 schwupsies of the entire Firebringer process.
I'm gonna answer this honestly. Wearing my white tennis shoes on stage.
Okay.
Jamie Lynn Beatty wore just regular street tennis shoes.
Oh my god, that was the best day.
Like for the whole show.
I looked at her.
Why?
We usually have this moment where we look at each other in reaction to something, and we like have this moment of agreement. And I looked to her so we could like share this moment. And I looked at her like, right? And Jamie's just going. And she was like on another planet because she just realized that she was just wearing these white Keds on the stage. Jamie like wrapped her body. And they had a design on them.
These don't have to be for you personally. They can.
Oh no, they will be because I've done plenty. Messing up Welcome to the Stone Age and going, hey! Oh.
Let's just talk about a few of those bloops. Jamie, you came out saying something completely wrong and then laughed through the rest of the song.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, I'm just trying to get these bloops out full speed.
No, I'm supposed to sing in the Welcome to the Stone Age. I'm supposed to go, hey, just like that.
2, 3, 4.
So instead of going, I went, and then apparently I also went, and then I went, and then I was laughing through the whole number. Oh yeah, the Q-tips came out of my Schwipsy mic. Messed up the dances every night. I just had my mic on today during today's show. I'm waiting for Ruby to come back and tell me.
Yeah, Bob.
What did you say, Jamie? Right, I had my mic on? You did. See? I told you. Man.
Wait, is this a good thing?
Ever since I told you about the trick of just keeping it on, you've only screwed up once, which was
today.
Yes.
Wait, Jamie, you just keep your mic on for the whole show?
No, come on. No, but just today I had it on, right?
Yeah.
Wait, just
right now. Yesterday
I'm so glad I'm capturing this.
Right, so that's good. I did a good job yesterday. Right?
When it was off?
Yeah. Wait.
Oh, I thought you meant in that scene when you come back on.
No, I'm saying today I had my mic on though, backstage when it wasn't supposed to.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Well, I did.
Schwupsie.
Jamie.
Emily's belt breaking on stage.
That was a schwupsie.
That was a schwupp.
When I wore my dress, that was like a very cute burlap sack that she had made me. It was cute though. It had little leaves and details on it. One of the details was a belt. And the belt was made of 100,000 tiny beads. There was one point in a dance number with Joey Richter where I put my arms up and my whole belt exploded off of my body into the front row, which was terrible because I was like, I shouldn't eat that bagel.
In the scene after that, Joey as Trunkel also used the trunk to try and sweep some of them up on stage.
And then Moloch.
Yeah, Moloch.
Yeah.
That was great.
Oh, that was
so
like
funny.
one of the great like bits
That
that
was
happened.
like a big applause break.
Yeah, tell us what
There's
you did,
nothing
Lauren.
to tell. There's nothing to tell.
Lauren, you don't understand the very purpose of
Okay, there were
this
still
thing.
shells on the ground, and I came out with a push broom. Lauren Lopez told me to do it, and I said, yes, ma'am. And I went out there with the broom, and I pushed off the rest of the shells. There it is.
I schwupped during the filming when I just stood there and stared at the audience during the opening number. I went, that was funny. And froze with the fire. I'm
That's
actually
good.
Jamie wore her street shoes on. That was covered that.
Well, it's a good schwupps, Jamie. What do you want us to do?
Was there a touching like fan moment that you remember from the summer season?
I had a fan come from Australia and ask me to write some lyrics from a song I wrote onto a piece of paper so she could get them tattooed onto her wrist, which is like really sweet but also really nerve-wracking because I had to write it like 50 times because I felt like I wanted it to be perfect.
That is nice.
And then she got the tattoo and came back and showed me.
That's so cool. Any others? Any other touching moments?
Anytime people would come to the show multiple times was like always mind blowing. You'd see somebody come like upwards of 3 or 4 times, and that's
that reinforces.
I didn't even want to see it that many times.
Yeah.
Got some fan art that I like a lot. It's really good. It's really abstract. It's very creative. And you know, it's in a similar style to the kind of art that I did when I was a kid, where she traces these pictures so they're like kind of photorealistic, but then she abstracts them in incredibly creative ways. And so when I met her, she was like a tiny little girl, teeny tiny little girl who couldn't have been more than up to my, I don't know, waist is how I remember it. But she's a little taller than that. But and I was just I like saw her and I was like, I was a little, I think we were just kind of looking at each other like, you're cool. And that was fun. I like that moment.
Look at this. Let me show you. This is how the batteries work. That makes no sense.
Okay, that's honestly the most insane thing I've ever seen.
These ones go in here.
It's on the last show too. Can we just please get over this shit?
You know what? Let's just cancel this.
All right.
No DVD, no album.
You got it.
No last show.
No last show. Clark?
No. Yeah, that's what we have to do.
Nick?
All right.
I triple that.
Triple. It's been tripled.
It's our last time circling up. All right, ready?
1,
2, 3.
You're fired!
We got a lot to do to work it out.
We got a lot to do to make it work. We got a lot to do to work it out.
We gotta make the most of our time here, make the most of it, do the best that we can here. We gotta do a lot of work to make the most of our time here, make the most of it, doing all that we can here. You'd be surprised by how much you can bring. Welcome to the Stone Age. Do the best that we do. The Stone Age. To make it, we are in a new age. Do the best that we do. We gotta do a lot of work to make it. We got a lot to do to make it work. We got a lot to do to work it out.
All right. Time for posterity.
One more time for posterity.
I love you guys.
For he's a jolly good fellow. For he's a jolly good fellow. For he's a jolly good fellow.
Happy birthday, dear Firebringer. Happy birthday to you. Acquaintance be forgot, and my dear, for old lang syne. We'll take a cup of kindness yet, for old lang Take a sad song and make it better. To make it better, 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 It's so stupid.